Stand up, New York Giant fans. It's going to be a tough game today. I ain't even going to lie. I'm not going to downplay this team. If you guys know my channel, I have tremendous respect for the San Francisco 49ers. They've at least made the NFC Championship game 3 out of the last 4 years. I picked them to go to the Super Bowl pretty much every year before the year starts. I picked them to go to the Super Bowl before the year started this year. I think they're the most well-rounded team in the National Football League. I think they're the best 53-man roster. And the Giants going into this game are shorthanded. I'm not going to downplay it. No Barkley, no Andrew Thomas. We'll see if Wandell, I think, is going to play by all accounts from what I've heard, or at least it's trending that way. The big name out for the San Francisco 49ers today is, of course, Brandon Ayuk, a weapon you certainly got to worry about when he's on the field, one of the better wide receivers in the league, a guy that a lot of New York Giants fans have been clamoring for if and when he becomes a free agent, certainly would fit this offense very nicely. But, hey, when you look at the 49ers, listen, they are a well-equipped team. They got an elite pass rush. You got Bosa. They got maybe the best middle linebacker in the National Football League in Warner. They've got weapons galore. Kittle, Debo, Christian McCaffrey. Purdy has not lost a regular season start since he's been in the NFL, at least in games in which he started in the regular season. He's 7-0. He's proven to at least be a guy that can win a lot of football games when you put the right situation around him. Tonight's game, we know what the New York Giants got to do. They have to take chances. This is a game where you have to take chances. Going into this game, the New York Giants have 0 sacks. They have 2 pressures all year and 0 turnovers created. I guarantee you, we are not winning this game tonight if the New York Giants don't create multiple turnovers. So our best chance to win this game today is Wink has to continue to be aggressive, but the blitz has to get home, and they have to throw Brock Purdy through a loop. That's our best chance to win this football game. You have to create extra possessions, and Daniel Jones on the other side has to be able to create big plays. Will not be easy. You know, the offensive line definitely looked like they took a step forward last week. We were all excited to see McKeithen get some time, all excited to see Ezeudu get some time, but now you're going up in weight class. Last week, you were going up against the featherweight. Today, you're going up against the super heavyweight. So we'll see how the New York Giants offensive line performs, the defense and everything else, but it'll at least be fun to see Thursday Night Football if the New York Giants could show a little grit, a little toughness. Is there a little bit of momentum coming off that 31-point half where they were able to put up 31 points against the Arizona Cardinals? The most points the Giants have put up in a half, I don't even know in how long, a really long time. So we'll see if there's some momentum. What do I want to see in this game? I want to see Daniel Jones show aggression. We talked about last year, the New York Giants only had, I think it was 17, might have been 19. I think it was 17. 20-yard plays through the air last year. We've already had 5. Or I think 6, 5 or 6, and 4 or 5 came last week. And the majority of them, maybe all of them, came in the second half. So this is certainly an offense that's starting to trend towards becoming more of a big play offense. And the guy that I think is in the middle of that is Jalen Hyatt. Both of his catches were for over 20 yards. The big one was for 58, which really started to tilt the game in our favor. So he has to be a big, big factor in this game if the Giants intend to compete tonight. We'll see what they do with the ground game. I think Daniel Jones's legs, of course, are going to be a factor. But, hey, we can't make mistakes. We got to be good in special teams. Can't have stupid penalties. We know we're going into the Lions Den. We know we're going into one of the toughest places to play in the NFL, and that's the San Francisco 49ers. But we'll see how we stack up tonight. What's going on, Rick L, man? What's going on, Laren? What's going on, Omni Nations? Thanks for popping in. What's going on, Steph Blurry, man? Thanks for popping in. Christopher Ewing in the chat. What's going on, Matt T in the chat? Big Moo in the chat. Rafael Duna in the chat. Bob Wells in the chat. Johnny Kelly in the chat. Big Mike in the chat. Why not us? Tanis today. Why not us is right. What's going on, Papa Gooch? Dre Mag in the chat. What's going on? 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 And Lick says, Lick it, Virgil says, stand up. What's going on, Chris? It's going to be tough tonight. I'm hopeful for a competitive game, but I also am excited if Dable is calling plays. Yeah, listen, I talked about it last night on Bad Dog Stream. As far as the Dable, what's up, Formula Fitness, man? Thanks for popping in. As far as the Dable thing goes, I do think Dable was calling plays last week. Dable is not dumb. Dable has tremendous respect for his coaching staff. He has a lot of respect for Mike Kafka, and he knows full well the media presence alone, because that's obviously a factor. You know that if, you know, the media is going to start to make it a big factor and panic's going to sit in, oh, why isn't Kafka calling the plays? You don't show faith in him, yada, yada, yada. And that's just more unnecessary pressure that they don't need. But the main reason why I think he did it is he knows darn well he was in Kafka's position. This guy came up through the ranks. He was an offensive coordinator, and he knows full well if he goes to the media and officially says, I was calling the plays, well, then it's going to look bad on Kafka, and he may struggle to get a head coaching job, you know, in the future. So that's what I think transpired. I think Dable saw an adjustment that needed to be made at halftime. My guess is Kafka goes back to calling the plays this week. They make some adjustments, and we'll see what they do on short rest on Thursday Night Football. But that's what great coaches do. They make the hard decisions. And I think last week Dable made a hard decision. He said, listen, I got to take over. We got to win this football game. He saw what was on the line. He pushed all his chips into the table. He knew if the New York Giants lost that game and they start 0-2, the season's over. That was a must-win game. But, yeah, that's what I think happened. Jaden, what's going on, man? He says, everyone praises our coaches for the second half adjustments, but we are never ready in the first half. Isn't that a coaching issue? You're the Go to Giants media. I appreciate that, Jaden, man. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, I mean, listen, last year, especially early on, we were great with the second half adjustments, right? You think back to a lot of those comebacks. I think the Titans game was a 13-point comeback. The Ravens game was a big comeback. The Packers game, we all remember that against Aaron Rodgers, where he was, having meticulous drives down the field in the first half with all the wide receiver screens, and then suddenly Wink made the adjustment in the second half. Yeah, for once, it would be nice if the New York Giants came out guns a-blazing in the first half. It's going to be tough tonight. We know we're going up against a great team, a well-coached team, more talent pretty much on every level, outside of, in my opinion, the quarterback. But outside of that, they are better at every level. They have better pass rushers, better linebacker, much better playmakers, much better offensive line. So it's going to be tough tonight. Daniel Jones is going to have to be Superman tonight if the New York Giants are going to win. NY Giants 26 says, both sides of the trenches need to show up tonight. Let's go. What's going on, NY Giants 26? Thanks for popping in. What's going on, Dylan? What's going on, Donovan V-Dub in the chat? King in the chat. Yuri in the chat. Big move. What's going on, man? Thanks for popping in. Hopefully you guys enjoying your day. Hopefully you guys excited for the game tonight. I know I am. I always get excited. I don't care if the odds are stacked against us. I know full well the 49ers are favored by 10.5, as they should be, especially with the players that we have out. The one thing that I'm hoping for, fluky things happen on Thursday night. You see it all the time, right? Maybe they come out rusty. Maybe they come out ill-prepared. The Giants defense is not the type of defense that you see every week. A young quarterback like Brock Purdy, maybe Wink throws him off his game. Daniel Jones, not the type of quarterback you see every week in terms of his dual threat capabilities. Maybe the short week to game plan against him, maybe that creates big play opportunities for us in the offense. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. There's no doubt about it. And we'll see. We'll see if the New York Giants can keep it close. That's all I'm asking for going into this game. Keep this to within a one-score game going into the fourth quarter and at least give ourselves a chance. But big plays, I think that's what it's got to be tonight. I think it's got to be big plays for the offense. Lots of 20-yard plus plays if we're going to stand a chance. This is not a defense that this offense could have long drives against. You're not going to be able to have 14, 15 plays drives consistently at least, especially with Barkley out and Andrew Thomas out against this 49ers defense. You're going to have to try to hit him with an uppercut. You're going to have to try to hit him with a couple of knockout blows. And that's why I think Jalen Hyatt's going to be a big factor in this football game if we're going to win. James, what's going on, man? The iteration of the Giants has shown they cannot do the slow the game down. Well, I think they can against certain teams. I just so happen to think, James, this is not one of those teams. I think there are certain teams you could do that against, but this is not one of them. This run defense is ridiculous. Also, the other thing that we need to talk about, our run defense, a unit that we all thought, or at least hoped, was going to have a massive improvement this year, has not improved. Not to this point. And we're going up against the best running offense in the National Football League. 49ers coming into this game are averaging 5.6 yards a carry, of course, led by Christian McCaffrey. I've actually been a little bit surprised of the way that the San Francisco 49ers have utilized their running back core. I thought it would be a little bit more of a committee, but it's been all Christian McCaffrey. I thought Mitchell would get some carries. McCaffrey's gotten pretty much every carry. I think last week, Mitchell didn't even have a carry for the 49ers. So expect a heavy dose of CMC in the running game. We know that Shanahan's known for the pre-snap motion. It opens up a lot of big holes in the running game. Hopefully Okereke is on his game tonight because we're going to need him. It starts up at the point of attack. If you want any chance in this game to create some opportunities for turnovers, you can't let Christian McCaffrey run all over you. And will not be easy. Right now, they have the best running offense in the NFL, and our rushing defense, at least through 2 weeks, has not looked a whole hell of a lot better than it was last year. So that's a huge, huge key in this game for sure. Let's see. How do we stop the run? Not going to be easy against this team. Not going to be easy against this team. I mean, I hope we do, but it won't be easy. The guys up front got to play better. I mean, that's the easiest answer. I mean, and maybe Simmons gets more playing time this week. We'll see. But, yeah, it will not be easy. McCaffrey's a guy that could bust a run, from anywhere on the field. So one of the best running backs in football, one of the best run scheme in football with the 49ers. They've been known for that for years. It's why a lot of people were like, this is going to be insane when they got Christian McCaffrey, a great offensive line. So we're going to be put to the test tonight. And I expect the 49ers to try to jam the ball down our throat, especially with Ayuk out. And the Giants defense is going to have to stand tall. We'll see if we can keep it close. Let's see. Gabriel says, hoping Hyatt is out there more. He gets a lot of attention when out there. I think at this point, I'm not going to say he's our best receiver yet because he's still a rookie, but I think he's definitely our most explosive receiver. And especially in a game like this, where we're going to desperately need explosive plays. Yeah, I want to see Jalin Hyatt out there a lot. And he was in the second half, but I want to see him out there a lot tonight. We're going to need chunk plays if we're going to win this football game or at least compete in this football game. Donovan, what's going on, man? Do you want the ball first, Chris? What does the chat think? I'm going to say no tonight. I'm going to say no. I'm going to hope on that first drive we could hold the 49ers to a punt or 3 points, and then the offense could keep us in the game. But I think I'd rather have the ball coming out of halftime, especially after what we saw last week, where the Giants were able to make a lot of good adjustments at halftime. As somebody said in the chat earlier, the Giants, at least under this coaching staff, historically speaking, have been a team that has looked better in the second half when they've had the ability to make adjustments, when they've seen what the opposition's been able to do, and they've been able to make the counterpunch. So no, tonight, I think week 1 I said I wanted the ball first. Tonight, I'd rather kick off. I'd rather the 49ers start with the ball, and we'll see if we can make a counterpunch throughout the game. But yeah, I think I want the 49ers to start with the ball. Let's see. What's going on, Daniel Barry? Thanks for popping in. James Kent says, not worried. Come out of the game healthy. Play a good game back home versus Seattle. Relax is early. Shaking my head. Yeah, listen, James. Going into any game, I get pumped. Going into any game, I don't expect to win tonight. I know it's a very good team, but I'm a fan at the end of the day, and I'm gonna root my ass off for my team. And it's any given Sunday, any given Thursday in this case, and that's just the way the league works. There's always a chance. That's the way that football is. Do I expect to win? No, it's going to be tough. But, yeah, we all know we're all looking ahead. The Seattle game is going to be massive, but we're going to worry about tonight before we get there. Of course, we want them to get out of this game healthy, but if you could ever steal a win, could you imagine how we would feel coming out of this game? Of course, but we've seen crazy things happen. You know, it happens every week in the NFL. There's always a crazy upset. So hopefully that week it's the New York Giants, but it's going to be tough. It's definitely going to be tough, especially with the guys we don't, that are out tonight. Giants win last second field goal. We'll see. Let's see. What's up, Cushmaster? What are your expectations for Wan'Dale? I don't think Wan'Dale. I mean, it sounds like he's going to play, but I don't expect Wan'Dale to have a huge role tonight. Right? He's still basically a rookie. He's a guy who hasn't played a whole hell of a lot with the Giants. I think he only played maybe 8 or 9 games last year. And he's coming off an ACL tear. Didn't really play too much in training camp. In preseason, obviously, he didn't play in any of the games, coming back from the injury. So I think they'll ease him in. But sure, I think he'll be out there for some plays. Certainly could be a guy that helps in the red zone in terms of his ability, pre-snap motion, all the multiple ways that you could use him. His last game last year, I think he caught a touchdown, or maybe it was a 2-point conversion on the goal line where it was a nice motion play. So he could be a factor maybe from within the 5-yard line just to present a different look for the 49ers defense. But I don't expect Wan'Dale to have like a 7-8 catch game. I don't think he's going to be heavily featured early on. His role will probably increase as the year goes along. But tonight, just excited to see him back. Maybe he makes a couple of plays. But I think your most featured receiver tonight, I think it's going to be the guys on the outside. I think those are the guys that hopefully could create some big plays. Jalin Hyatt, Darius Slayton. This could be a game where I could see Darren Waller struggling a bit. Warner's one of the best linebackers in football. He's great in coverage. If you watch 49er games on primetime, his ability to drop back in coverage, for a guy his size is really impressive. So I could see Waller not being as effective as, we may expect going into a lot of other games. I think in this game, you got to try to feature the outside wide receivers a bit more, the Jalin Hyatts, the Darius Slaytons. But in order to do that, obviously we got to be able to sustain blocks, and we'll see if we're able to do it. We'll see if we'll be able to do it. Hopefully Brock plays. That's our best chance, if we're being honest. That's our best chance, if we could create turnovers against Brock. Brandon says, we partying over here tonight if we pull out. Oh, dude, if the Giants ever pull out this win tonight, I will be live on the channel until at least 1:30 a.m. Like, I will not be able to sleep. I will call it sick to work tomorrow. If the Giants win tonight, I won't be able to sleep. Like, this will be an insane win if the Giants are able to win this game tonight. What do you think of Kayvon? Not making many plays. Azeez, I've said it in countless live streams over the last couple of weeks. Well, not countless. I haven't done it that many, but in the live streams I've been in, I think Kayvon's been the most underwhelming player for the New York Giants thus far. It's only 2 weeks. I'm not flipping out. But thus far, yeah, he's been underwhelming. I mean, the guy has not created any pressure for the most part. no sacks, but not even just the sacks. I know that's not the most important thing to look at, creating pressure, creating turnover opportunities. He just hasn't been there. And he's a guy in year 2, the number 5 overall pick. As Giants fans, we expect him to take a big step up. And then he went to the media this week and didn't make himself look great when he complained about what, the fans booing him. Well, the fans have a right to boo when you're the 5th overall pick and the team's performing the way in which they did over the first 6 quarters. So hopefully Kayvon takes that to heart, and hopefully Kayvon goes out there today under the lights and has a massive game. This is one of those games. If we're going to win, Kayvon has to have an upper echelon performance, and we'll see if he can do it. But so far, yeah, he's certainly been underwhelming. Barkley's out, man. Barkley's out, man. Tana, I feel like the defense is the key to this game without I agree. To me, it's creating turnovers. That's the key to this game. Got to win the turnover battle by at least 2 in this game. And that, to me, yeah, like you said, the key is the defense. It's Wink Martindale having creating looks that Brock Purdy may not be used to in the NFL, creating turnover opportunities. Much easier said than done. Shanahan's one of the best play callers in the NFL. 49ers have a great offensive line, so much easier said than done. But yeah, I agree. If we're going to have any chance to win this game, the defense is going to have to create pressure on Purdy, and we're going to have to be able to create turnovers. But in order to create pressure on Purdy, it starts up front at the point of attack. You have to be able to at least keep their ground game in check, which will not be easy. Because thus far, this run defense has not shown any improvements of last year, where it was one of the worst units in the NFL. But yeah, I agree. The defense is the key to this game for me if we're going to be able to keep it semi-competitive. You can't expect Daniel Jones to go out there without Andrew Thomas, without Saquon Barkley, against this defense and light them up for 40 points. So, yes, the defense is going to have to keep the 49ers in check. An offense that through 2 weeks has put up over 30 points both weeks. One of the best offenses in the NFL. So I agree. The defense is definitely going to have to do the job. Let's see. Would you be surprised if our defense? No, yes. I'd be shocked. I'd be stunned if they dominated the game. I'd be stunned. Let's see. We need to get a lead. How many times has San Fran ever come back to win? They run and control the ball. I don't know, man. I don't know what the key is. Just create turnovers and that's it, man. We can't make mistakes, and we got to create turnovers. We got to create extra opportunities for ourselves. Yeah, Ayuk is out for the Niners. Well, I think he's out, at least from what I've read. It was at least heavily trending that way. I think I saw Schefter say that he was either out or expected to be out for this game. I don't know if it's official yet, but I think it is. I think it is official. Let's see. And Christopher Ewing, man, thanks for popping in, man. Thanks for popping in. And let's see. Lane says, I thought that the Giants were going to beat up on the Eagles in the play. I did not. I did not. But I thought it'd be much closer than it was. Any bet you? I have not looked at any of the lines. I know the spreads. I haven't looked at any of the props. Yeah, I haven't looked. I think it's 10.5, and I like the over. I like the over tonight if I had to pick. I think the over under is 44. Last I checked, at least I like the over. I think the Giants will be able to put up some points, even if it comes maybe in garbage time. And obviously, I think the Niners will put up points. So I like the over. I think it'll be in the 50s. Actually, I think it's going to be a pretty high scoring game. Let's see. Let's see. Use Wan'Dale like I don't think Wan'Dale is going to be super heavily featured his first game back. Maybe. We'll see. And Ryan says the Rams pass offense was really effective. Do you think we are more aggressive? I think we have to be. I think this is a game where if you're Dable, you go into it saying to yourself, I'm going to live by the sword. I'm going to die by the sword. I'm either going to lose this game by 35 points and my quarterback's going to throw 3 or 4 picks because we're going to take some shots against an elite defense with a limited offense with the weapons that we have out, or Daniel Jones is going to play out of his mind. We're going to have, 2 or 3 huge plays in this game, and that's what's going to keep us in the football game. And I think it's on the other side as well. I think you have to be ultra aggressive on defense too. You have to try to force the issue. If the Niners score 40 points tonight, they score 40 points. But I think our best chance in this game is to create extra possessions by creating turnovers and creating huge plays. Like I said earlier, we're not going to have long 12, 13, 14 play drives. You're just not against this defense, at least not consistently. So I think you got to be aggressive in this game. And that starts with throwing the football. Most weeks, especially against a team like this, I'd come out saying we need to be conservative. But with Barkley out, with Thomas out, like I look at this Niners run defense, how are we going to run the ball against them? I don't know how we're going to throw the ball against them with this line, but I think that's our best shot, to try to hit them with some big uppercuts, some big punches. That's our best shot in this game. JC says Patrick Graham or Wink. Wink's disappointed. I mean, I don't know. Neither one was great. I mean, it's 2 weeks in. Let me see how Wink does throughout the majority of this year. We all like Graham year one. Then obviously the defense severely disappointed year two. I mean, Wink does have more of a history of success, obviously because he's been in the league a lot longer as a defensive coordinator, and he had some great years with the Ravens. But of course, the Ravens had a lot of talent. They had a great secondary. I still think this defense is going to look a lot better this year. But so far it's been pathetic. Haven't created a turnover, don't have a sack. But I do think it'll get better at some point. It's just a matter of when, not if for me. I think it's going to look better. I just think we have too much talent on that side. But hey, Kayvon's got to get better. Leo's got to start to show up. Azeez has been dinged up. We'll see. But I think I would still lean towards Wink. But yeah, I mean, so far the defense has definitely been underwhelming. Last year, I mean, if we're being real and we're being honest, we had so many injuries on that defense, and we didn't have a ton of talent on that defense to begin with. But McKinney missed like 5 or 6 games. Adoree missed 5 or 6 games. Our linebackers were non-existent. So we didn't have much talent last year on the defensive side of the ball, especially when you factor in the guys that got hurt. Leonard Williams missed some time, and even when he played, he wasn't playing near 100%. Kayvon was a rookie. Azeez missed basically the entire year, maybe played 5 games or so. So last year, I actually thought for the most part, Wink did up pretty well based on what he had provided to him. But so far this year, yeah, the defense has definitely been underwhelming. To give up 60 points in 6 quarters and not have any pressure on the quarterback, yeah, it's been bad. It's got to get better. Let's see. Who do I predict scores for the Giants? I don't know, man. It's a guessing game. If I had to predict, I'll go with Hyatt. I think there's a chance that the Giants, if there's any kind of weakness to this 49ers defense, which there's not many, I would say that their weakest part of the defense is probably their secondary. I think that's where maybe you could create some big plays. So maybe there's an opportunity, maybe 2 or 3 opportunities throughout this game where they could hit a big play with Jalen Hyatt's speed. So I'll go with Hyatt. I think they're going to struggle inside the 20 against this defense. We'll see, though. Maybe Kafka come up with some great play calls. Obviously, last year, the Giants were great inside the red zone, or Dable, or whoever's calling the plays. But I think if we're going to do damage today, we're going to have some big plays. Let's see. Hate Sam says, Chris, could Kayvon shut his damn mouth? He talks like he's Lawrence Taylor. I know that there's going to be a lot of hate. I know that there's going to be a lot of hate for Kayvon after what he said last week. It wasn't smart on his part. Going after the fans. Do I understand it? Somewhat, sure. He's probably frustrated, but you got to keep that in-house. You can't go out and start, saying the things that he said about the fan base. You're never going to win that battle. So I don't think it was smart on Kayvon's part. So hopefully he learns from it and it doesn't happen again. Let's see. Do you think the defense is missing Julian Love? No, not really, to be honest with you. Not a whole lot, no. No, I think the guy who replaced him actually played pretty well last week. Maybe not great. He definitely had some bad moments in coverage, but he actually had a pretty good game. So no, I don't think it's Julian Love. I think the issue with the defense right now is we're not getting pressure. Kayvon, Azeez, he's been hurt. Dex has played well. He's played pretty well. He's been really the only guy that's gotten some pressure. Leo's been non-existent. We haven't stopped the run. So no, I don't think it has much to do with Julian Love. It has to do with the fact we're not getting pressure on the quarterback, and our run defense hasn't gotten any better. So yeah, I think that's been the reason why this defense has been as disappointing as they've been through 2 weeks. PFF says, yeah, obviously I haven't been watching Love, but I don't think he's been the reason why his departure has been the reason why we've been underwhelming so far. Chris says, what are your thoughts so far on the rookie corners? It's kind of hard for me to get a read on the rookie corners thus far. I mean, obviously they haven't given up a ton of huge plays when you think about it, right? The tight end last week, especially in the first half, carved this up, but the majority of the damage last week came with James Conner on the ground. Like he was just bulldozing us, running us over. But it's also, I feel like it's also been, there hasn't been situations for the corners to really get exposed yet. Week 1 against Dallas had a ton of short field position. They created a turnover off a pick 6, the block field goal for a touchdown. So that was 14 of their points right there. And Dallas was kind of at a point where they were just draining the clock, running the ball down our throat. And they had short field position throughout the majority of the game. So I still definitely think these rookie corners are going to go through their bumps. Deonte Banks, obviously Hawkins. But hey, they're going to learn from it. They're going to grow. But yeah, I definitely am still worried about those rookie corners when we go up against elite wide receiving corps like we're going up against tonight. Of course, Ayuk's out, but McCaffrey might as well be a wide receiver. Obviously, Kittle's a great weapon at the tight end. And obviously, you got to worry about Debo, who's, he's kind of a jack of all trades type player. So, yeah, they're gonna go through their bumps. They're rookies at the end of the day. But so far, I mean, they have not been the. If you would have told me before the year started that the pass rush was going to be the thing I was most concerned about after 2 weeks with the defense, I would have called you a lunatic. I would have called you a freaking lunatic, an absolute lunatic. I for sure I would have thought it would have been the secondary or it would have been the linebacking core, but thus far it's been the pass rush that's been the big letdown. Let's see. What's going on, Kevin Sullivan, man? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. I need to take a break from Twitter, man. I need to take a break from Twitter, man. I'll pop on there every now and again, but it's just I don't know. It's too much. Lane says, can the Giants make the Super Bowl this year, 2024? I mean, it could happen, but am I predicting? Absolutely not. No, there's a lot of good teams in the NFL and that are better than us right now. So no, I'm picking the Niners. I said at the beginning, I think we're going up against a team that's going to represent the conference in the Super Bowl. I picked the Niners. I mean, to be honest with you, I picked them the last 3 years. So they haven't gone there. They've gotten to the NFC title game, but I'm picking the Niners. I think they're the best team. And they may have made it last year had Purdy not gotten hurt. But yeah, I think they're the team that'll represent the conference. Let's see. Giants aren't that good. 5-12 finish at best. Too many issues on that team. Offensive line, running back, quarterback, line. I don't think quarterback's an. I mean, obviously you're entitled to your opinion, Jeremy. I don't think quarterback's an issue. I agree with. I don't think. I mean, Barkley's hurt right now, but when he's healthy, I don't think running back's an issue at all. Right now, it is because he's hurt. But yeah, they definitely have a lot of issues. But I think their biggest issue is the line and the pass rush. I don't think Jones is an issue with this team. I think he's a good quarterback. But hey, who knows? Maybe they will win 5 games. They play a challenging schedule. I don't think that. I think, I could see 6 or 7 for sure. And we'll see. We'll see how they respond after tonight when they take on the Seattle Seahawks. That'll be a massive game. But I don't think quarterback's an issue for this football team. I think people will blame it on the quarterback when the team struggles, obviously, because it's the most important position. But no, I don't think he's part of the problem of this team right now. Let's see. Do you think Eric Gray gets some snaps tonight? Yes, I think he has to. I think it'll be a committee approach. Brightwell, Gray, and of course Breida. I think it'll be a committee approach. But I don't think they're going to run the ball a whole lot. I don't think they're going to be able to. Jones, if you ask me going into this game, who's going to be the leading rusher for the New York Giants, I would say it's going to be Daniel Jones. I think Daniel Jones will be our leading rusher tonight. I think it's going to be a committee approach. I'm not saying we're not going to try to run, but I think it's going to be a challenge to do so. So we'll see. We'll see how we're able to do it, in terms of with the passing game. Yeah, Diggs got hurt today. I still think the Cowboys their record will be fine. Like, I still think they'll probably win at least 11 games. Their defense is just too good. But I think where the Diggs injury will show up for the Cowboys is when they play the upper echelon teams. When you go up against the Eagles, when they got 2 elite wide receivers, when you go up against a team like this in the NFC, when they play those teams, that's where that Diggs injury will really show up. They'll be able to get by, obviously, with Parsons and still have a good record. But, yeah, I think come playoff time, when you're playing the elite teams, yeah, you're going to miss Diggs in a big way. Let's see what we got. Who would you rather lose, Kafka or Wink? I'd rather lose Kafka, and it has nothing to do with. I still think Kafka's a really good play caller. I don't care about last week. I'm not going to go crazy about that like a lot of people did. But it's because of who we have as our head coach. I think it's easier for the New York Giants to overcome the departure of a guy like a Kafka, because Brian Daboll obviously has had tremendous success as an offensive coordinator in the league. He's the head coach for the New York Giants. I think he could step in and do a great job in terms of calling plays if we were to lose a guy like Mike Kafka. So that's always been my standpoint. It's why I wanted Daboll when I started to hear the list of the head coaches that the New York Giants were bringing in, at least the candidates to be the head coach. He was the guy I wanted the most because I saw we had a young quarterback. We may have another quarterback in the future who's young. You want an offensive coach because offensive coordinators come and go. So, yeah, I think Kafka is more replaceable simply because Brian Daboll's our head coach. What's up, Nona, man? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. Chris, what will be the Giants' decision if we win The coin, I don't know what it'll be. I'm not a fortune teller, but what would my decision be? I would kick off, but I don't know what it'll be. We took the ball against the Cowboys. Do you think Dable took over the play calling? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I don't think it was like a permanent decision on his part, but I think he was in desperation mode. The team's down 3 scores at the half. You're on the road. Your season's on the line. And he said, listen, I got to do what I got to do. I'm going to put this game in my hands. I'm going to decide whether or not we win or lose this football game. So, yeah, I think he made an adjustment at halftime to get that team over the top. And Dable's a guy that has shown you he's not scared to do what he feels is the right thing. So, yeah, I do think he called the plays in the second half. I know he's going to tell the media for the reasons that I said earlier that he didn't. But, yeah, if you ask me what happened, yeah, I think he did. I think he was calling the plays. Let's see. Eddie says, no, I'm not streaming till kickoff. I'm going to end this stream probably around 7. I'm going to eat, and then we're going to be live on Bad Dogs. I think it's 7:45 or 7:50. So, yeah. Eddie says, I saw some crazy stat that the 49ers have won like 16 of their last 17 coin flips. Well, if they want the ball first, hopefully they win it tonight. If they don't, hopefully we win it because I don't want to start with the ball. Big Daddy, what's going on, man? You bet Dave's took over. I ain't happy with Wink. I don't think anybody should be happy with Wink. I mean, you look at our defense. It's outside of the last 2 or 3 drives last week, it's been pitiful. So I don't think anybody should be happy with Wink right now. But hopefully this is a defense that gets better over the course of the year. That's all you can hope. Hopefully they're off to a slow start and it gets better. And hopefully it starts tonight because we're going to need it tonight. We're going to need this defense to be strong and stay strong inside the 20 and hopefully create some pressure, create some turnover opportunities. But it starts with stopping the run. It's what we were all hoping would be much improved this year with all the additions that we made. Thus far, it hasn't been. I mean, you look at the New York Giants stats where I haven't even looked, but I know the Niners are number 1 in terms of rush offense. We got to be near the bottom of the league in rush defense. We've been pitiful. Let's take a look. What are the New York Giants right now? We are, where are we? I would imagine we're bottom 5. I mean, it's been really bad. Right now and it's only 2 weeks, but through 2 weeks, the New York Giants defense is 26th in the league in terms of yards against on the ground. We've given up 273 yards in 2 games. We're giving up 4.6 yards a carry, which ranks 25th. So we're bottom 10 in both categories. So the run defense has not gotten much better. And last week, James Conner looked like Brandon Jacobs in his prime, like he was running us over. So listen, if we play like that tonight, we're going to get killed. We're going to get smoked. We can't take a half off tonight. We can't take 2 minutes off tonight. Giants got to play like they did in the second half all game if they expect to have a chance to win this game tonight. Let's see. What's up, Duke, man? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. How are we bad against the run with all those additions? That's definitely on Wink. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. The run defense has been pathetic thus far. It's 2 weeks. You got to hope it gets better, but we haven't done a good job setting the edge. They've been able to run up the middle against us. Got to get much better if the Giants, especially tonight, if we intend to compete. What's up, Goomba, man? Thanks for popping in. No, I think he's played a bit. Bob, I saw your question. Let me look at the Giants snap counts through 2 weeks. I think he's played a bit. He hasn't played a ton, but I think he's played a bit. Thus far through 2 weeks for the defense, I'll give you the percentage of snaps. I think Simmons' snaps are going to go up today, by the way. I've seen people bring that up in the streams the last couple of days. I think Simmons' snaps will go up a bit. But here's the defensive snaps. Adoree Jackson has played, what has he played? I mean, pretty much all the snaps, right? He's played 118 snaps. He played 91% week 1, 100% week 2. Okereke played every snap of both games. Deonte Banks actually only played 43% of the snaps week 1, but he played 100% of the snaps last week. Let's see. Micah McFadden's played the wide majority of the snaps, 74 and 75%. Let's see. Roches has played 47 and 42%. Robinson he played 34% week 1 and 32% week 2. So yeah, he's played situationally as you would expect. Boogie Basham's played 26 and 20%. Let's see. Where is Simmons? They don't have. I know Simmons has played some of the snaps. They don't have him listed, but I know he's played some of the snaps. Yeah, but yeah, that's snap count right now. So he has played, but he's played in probably obvious running situations. Let's see. And Thomas, thank you for being a member. He says For us to win, we need to take big risk. Either we win and Jones gets 4 touchdowns, or we lose and he throws 3 picks. That's how we have to. Yeah, I mean, listen, I think this is a game where you have to go in it realizing that if you're Dable, at least, I think the game plan has to be we're either going to get destroyed or we're going to play, or we have to take chances if we have any chance in this game. So we're either going to get completely destroyed or we keep this game relatively close. That's what I do if I'm Dable. I'm taking shots on both sides of the ball. You have to try to force, pressure on defense, and you have to try to force big plays on offense. That's our only chance in this game. Let's see. Did you hear Leo and Dex weren't on the field in the red zone? No, I did not hear that, but that does not make a whole lot of sense. Last week, Dex played only 71%. Well, that's actually a lot for defensive linemen. 71%. Last year, I think he averaged 76% for the year, but he didn't play the last game. He played 71%. If I recall, and I'm curious, Leo did not look like he was. He only played 58% of the snaps last week. So maybe he's not completely himself. I don't know. He played 55% of the snaps week 1. So he hasn't even reached 60% of the snaps the first couple of weeks. So I recognized that early on in the game last week that Leo wasn't out there for a lot of it. Where could you watch the game? It's on Amazon, and I think in the New York area, it's on Fox. I think it's on Fox. I saw that. So I'm probably going to watch it on Fox as long as Bad Dog gets it on Fox because I'd rather watch it than on the streaming service. But yeah, I think in the New York area, it's on Fox. Even if it says in your area that it's on the Mets are on, I've read an article that says it may say the Mets, but it's going to be the Giants on Fox. Let's see. I think Art said that that in Arizona 3 running touchdowns, Dex and Leo weren't on the field. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. We can talk about Leo all we want, but I don't think he's back. He's not coming back. This is last year as a Giant. No matter how he plays, he's not coming back. Dable should keep calling the plays. I mean, maybe he will. We'll see. I mean, whether he calls the plays or whether he doesn't, we all know that Dable has his hands all over the playbook. We know that. So we'll see. Tana wearing an Eli jersey for DJ to get Super Bowl. I mean, why not, Crypto? I've been wearing the Eli jersey the first couple of weeks. Is this a put up or shut up game for KT? I mean, he's going to hear it, especially after what came out. Not just him. I just think the defense as a whole. I think they need to show some signs of life today. I'm not expecting an incredible performance. You're going up against an elite team, but you have to show some signs of life. Get some pressure on Purdy. Maybe create 1 turnover. Maybe get 1 sack. Like, show me something. Don't get completely run over. Yeah, he's right. Wan'Dale's playing today, yes. Wan'Dale's playing today. I'm very worried for Daniel's safety. I hope not. I don't even want to speak that into existence, man. Yeah, we got 2, Michael. We've gotten 2 pressures in 2 weeks. 2 combined pressures in 2 weeks. We should call Brandon Jacobs to play until Saquon gets back. I don't know what we're going to do with the running back spot. Well, I know what we're going to do for now. We're going to go by a committee approach. But if Barkley's forced to miss a long period of time, I think we'd have to pick somebody up. But it doesn't sound that way. It sounds like the most amount of time Barkley's going to miss is 3 games. Hopefully it's only 2. But I think it's clear we're going with a running back by committee. And Jones is our best runner right now. Jones is going to be our best runner. I wouldn't be stunned if Jones runs for... All right, you want my hot take of the night? I don't know what the spread is. If you want a player prop for tonight, somebody in the chat, let me know. I know there's gamblers in the chat. What's the rushing prop tonight for Daniel Jones? I would guess 47.5 over under. What's the rushing prop tonight for Daniel Jones? Whatever it is, take the over. I think Daniel Jones is going to have a big game running the ball tonight. He's our best weapon in the running game. 30. Oh, easy over for me, Shimmy. Easy over for me if it's at 34.5. Easy over for me. I'm taking the over on Daniel Jones' legs tonight. If it is only 34.5, I'm taking the over. I think he goes at least 50 on the ground. Yeah. Because if we're going to be able to create any kind of ground game tonight, I think it's got to be with Jones's legs, with the RPO. Getting a guy like Bosa to overextend. Maybe it opens up an opportunity to run for 8 or 9 yards, create big plays that way. Yeah, I think Jones is going to go well over. If it's 38.5, I think he's going well over that. I'd be surprised if he doesn't hit at least 50. If he doesn't get hurt. What's up, Isaiah Mannix? Pop it in. Let's see. 49ers are going to crush the Giants tonight. They're really good. We are in year two. It's going to be tough tonight, Craig. I don't agree with the year two of a 5-year rebuild, though. I don't think 5-year rebuilds, I mean, they shouldn't if you do it properly. It shouldn't take 5 years to rebuild a team in the NFL. But I do agree we're still in the midst of a rebuild. That I agree with. And the Niners are well above us in terms of talent. And they're at home. And it's short rest. Short rest for them, too, but we're on the road. So, yeah, it's going to be a tough game tonight. SOS Archive says year 3 out of 4 of Arizona's touchdowns, Leo and Dex were not on the field. For 3 out of 4. Horrible. Yeah, I know we worked out Justin Pugh. I saw that. I mean, who knows? I mean, as long as he's healthy and they feel like he could contribute and be a guy that could at least provide some valuable depth, why not bring him in? I'm all for it. Do I think he's going to make a huge impact? No. There's a reason. Nobody's claimed the guy, but we need all the help we could get, and the guy's capable of playing multiple positions, so I'm in for that. Score prediction. I don't want to do that. I don't want to get the vibe down, Peter. You know, we got football in a little more than 2 hours, about 2.5 hours. I don't want to get the vibe down. I don't want to do that. I really don't. The Giants fan of me says we're going to win, of course. But realistically speaking, I'm not picking the Giants. But the Giants fan of me says we're going to find a way to win, and Daniel Jones is going to look like the greatest quarterback in the history of the NFL. But if you want an honest prediction, I'm not looking to get the mood down in the chat tonight. What's up, Jesse? Man, thanks for popping in. Let's see. 21-20. I mean, I hope. I think the Niners win by at least 10 points. If you want my God's honest prediction, and I pray I'm wrong, obviously. But I think they win by at least 10. And I think it's a game, and I hope I look like a fool, and I hope we're partying after the game. But I think it's a game where the Niners have if we're going to only lose by 10, it's going to be because we get a late touchdown. I think it's going to be a game where they have it well in hand throughout the majority of the second half. They have a 3-possession lead throughout the majority of the game. That's what I think is going to happen. I can't lie to you guys. I think they're going to be up between 17 to 20 points, go maybe like midway through the fourth quarter, and maybe we get a late touchdown to make it a 10-point game. That's what I see. Hope I'm wrong. I hope Daniel Jones is incredible, and we create turnovers, and this defense looks electric, and the Giants pull off a stunning win. We've seen it happen before. It could certainly happen. Let's see. Talking Eco says the game plan against the 49ers, scared money, don't make money. Got to take chances tonight. Edward says, I'm a Giants fan in Philly. A win would shut him up. Oh, it certainly would. We don't really have pass rushers on this team besides Dexter Kayvon. And, well, I mean, you got to hope Leo, and obviously Azeez is hurt, but you got to hope Leo shows up. Leo has proven to be able to get pressure before. Leo's won games for us. The Seattle game a couple of years ago. Obviously, he's not the same player. Hasn't been the same player since he got hurt last year, but and scheme, right? I mean, a lot of the pass rush, or what is we're hoping is a pass rush for this defense, relies on scheme, the blitz. But in order to do that, you have to be able to stop the run. You got to get them in third and long situations. Irish Rover says, just want to be competitive, no injuries, and hope our D gets nasty. I expect over 50 yards from DJ. Hope for a close game. Listen, if you told me we're going to be within one score, halfway through the fourth quarter and we have the balls, I sign up for that right now before the game starts. Zach Attack says, am I a fair weather fan for thinking we lose today? How does that make you a fair weather fan? Absolutely not. A fair weather, that's not the definition of a fair weather fan. A fair weather fan is a guy who roots for the team when it's convenient to root for the team. That's what a fair weather fan is. You predicting the Giants to lose is just setting a realistic expectation. It's saying, well, we're playing maybe the best team in football tonight without our second and third most important offensive player, and we're on the road on Thursday Night Football. No, that doesn't make you a fair weather fan. A fair weather fan is a guy that said, the Giants are boring me. They're not very good. I'm going to go root for the Jets, or I'm going to go root for the Bills. And when the Giants get good, I'll come back and root for the Giants. That's what a fair weather fan is. A true fan is a guy that goes down with the ship. You root for your team no matter what. That's your team. That's your squad. That's not a fair weather fan. Let's see. Jerry Mercado said vibes are coming. I got to be honest. I can't lie to you guys. Bobby says, I just hope it's a somewhat competitive game. I hate watching blowouts. I could see it being a somewhat competitive game. I could. A lot of it's gonna come down to our defense and coaching. Let's see. Tonight is the show where heart is at. Let's go, man. Let's go. And Sebastian says, set a tone. Listen, that's what I want to see first play. DJ goes out there, throws it deep. First play. Set the tone early. Maybe you create a pass interference. Maybe Hyatt hits a big play. If you throw a pick, we're outmanned anyway. Take some shots tonight. Go out there fighting. Go out there swinging. Zimenez and Taiwan Jones elevated from the practice squad. Well, you got Jones obviously for special team. Well, we're also short at the running back, but I wouldn't expect him to get any carries. But he's a special teamer. And Zimenez obviously due to the fact that Ojulari is going to miss tonight's game, so they need as much depth as they can. What's up, Payback? Thanks for popping in, buddy. If we have a down year, which players would you be willing to trade? Barkley. And I love Barkley, but he's the obvious answer. He's not under contract after this year. If he gets back healthy and proves that he's, himself again which I'm sure he will, after the ankle injury. But yeah, if the Giants are like completely out of it, I think he's the guy that you think about first. He's not under contract after this year, and you'd be able to get something for him. But I don't want to think about that because we're going to win tonight. We're going to get to 2-1. We're going to beat the Seattle Seahawks. We're going to be 3-1. Then we're going to stun Miami. We're going to get to 4-1, and we're going to beat the Bills. We're going to be 5-1. I don't want to think about that. Don't even want to think about that. Let's see. Ken Graham says, never go down with the ship. I'm a busy guy and have better things to do. If the team won't perform, then they don't deserve to be watched. This is New York. Come on, G-Man. Well, that's fine. That's fine, Ken. Yeah, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, it's entertainment. It's fun. I'm not going to tell people what to do with their time. If you don't, but to me, that's not the definition of a fair weather fan. It's if you're a guy that says my team stinks, I'm going to become a Jet fan for now. I'm going to go root on Aaron Rodgers before he got hurt, or I'm going to become a Bills fan, or I'm going to become a Chiefs fan. I like Pat Mahomes. That's a fair weather fan. If you decide this team's so bad they're not worth spending my Sundays on, it's different. As long as you remain a Giants fan and you don't go root on another football team, and then you come back and that's a fair weather fan, to me at least. What's up, Donovan, man? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. I will depend. I mean, Jacob, if we win, yes. If we lose, probably not. I'll probably do a video, but not a post game stream. I got work tomorrow. Let's see. Lane says, did the Giants put in Hyatt and Daniel Jones and Evan Neal? Well, yeah, of course. What do you mean? Of course. I don't know what you mean by that question, but yeah, of course. They have no choice. What do you mean? Simple Eli says, would you consider trading Williams if we could even get anything for him? We're not going to get anything for him. He has a dead cap hit next year, too. I think he goes $6 million against the cap next year on top of his contract this year. You're not getting anything for him. You're not tradable. What's up, Sean, man? Thanks for popping to the stream, man. Let's see. Who's your least favorite beat reporter? That's an easy one. That's an easy one, my least favorite beat reporter. I think most Giant fans are probably in agreement with me when it comes to least favorite beat reporter. That's an easy one. I know that people are going to say it in the chat, so I'm not even going to say his name, but that's an easy one. There you go. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, tonight it's on Bad Dogs channel. Art Stapleton just tweeted. Let me take a look. Let me take a look. What did Art Stapleton say? What did Art Stapleton just say? Art Stapleton said, just overheard in the hallway of Levi's Stadium from a random stadium executive, not with the Giants, when the score is 30-3 in the first quarter. Well, that was 12 minutes ago. Maybe there was something different. So I guess all right. That's not really newsworthy. He just heard somebody say that they think they're going to blow him out. Let's see. Chris, did you hear about Diggs on the Cowboys? Yes, I did. Sucks, man. Never root for injuries. Sucks. Let's get a gift today. He says, yeah, I'm going to stay positive. I believe now that since we know how to score again, we're going to hold on to that feeling. I sure hope you're right, man. I hope we come out guns a-blazing. Let's go Giants. What's going on? Let's go Giants to Daniel Jones. Do you think the chances change with Brandon Ayuk out? I mean, maybe a little bit. I mean, obviously he's a weapon you got to worry about. But at the end of the day, Philip, to me, for us to have any chance, it starts with stopping the running game of CMC rather, Christian McCaffrey, and that offensive line. That's where it starts. So if we don't stop that, we have no chance. So, or not stop, but not get blown away by it. And chances are we probably will. I mean, they're averaging 5.6 yards a carry. They have one of the best running offenses in football. So, yeah, I suppose if we're able to force them into having to throw more than they want to, yeah, it could have a bit of an effect. But it starts up front and stopping that run game before anything else. So, to me, for that to become a factor in terms of whether or not we have a chance to win this game, we have to be able to limit Christian McCaffrey and that running attack. Because if they're able to run on a 6-7 yards a tote, it don't matter if Ayuk's out there or not. So it starts up front. We got to be able to contain that running attack. No, I'm not streaming until the game comes on. I'm going to take a quick break at about 7 for about 45 minutes, eat, and then get ready for With Bad Dog. But I figured I'd come on for about an hour and 45. Let's see. Giants fans, let's be honest about tonight. We are going to get laughed, and the Niners will easily I don't want to say that, Max. I don't want to say that. I see where you're coming from, though. I can't blame you for feeling that way going in. This is a tough team. No one says, do you think Gray will be in for the majority of the red zone play? I have no idea. I have no idea what we're going to do at the red zone. I don't know. I don't know who the red zone back will be. Brightwell, Breida, I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. Maybe they'll mix it up. Let's see. Tell us his story time. My mother was a Giants fan, and my dad is an Eagles fan. When I was 4 months old, my father puked all over his favorite jersey. No regrets at all. Let's go. Any ideas for dinner? Yeah, I'm going to have a burger. Quick, easy, simple burger. Victor says, evening, Tana. Would you take the 3-3? Of course. I would sign up for 3-3 right now. Of course. Have you seen our schedule? Yeah. I mean, we've got Seattle after this, and then you got the Bills and Miami. I mean, both those teams you could argue were top 5 or 6 teams in the NFL. With, of course, the Niners tonight. So, yeah, if you told me we're going to go 2-2 in our next 4, yeah, I'd sign up for that right now. Sherrod says, how do we know we're going to get slaughtered? We don't know we're going to get slaughtered. We don't. I wouldn't be stunned if this is a close game. I wouldn't be stunned. I think the Niners are going to win by about 10. But I wouldn't be stunned if this is a closer game than people expect. Wouldn't be stunned. Let's see. Any given Thursday. What's going on, Nate the Man? Thanks for popping in. Do you think Neal and Tibbs are leaning towards busts at this point? I'm not going to go there yet, Adam. If it gets to midway through the season, yeah. If there's no, especially with Neal, if there's no signs of improvement, yeah, I'll at least start to lean that way. That they're going to be at least big disappointments for where they were drafted. Yes. It's still really early year 2. Let's hope Neal has something to build off of last week and he shows some growth tonight and we keep pushing forward and Kayvon, the light comes on. But at least with Kayvon last year, you saw instances where he has potential to be a really good pass rusher. He took over some games. So I'm not going to go there yet. Chef says, I knew the Cowboys couldn't practice like that. Well, yeah, dude. Big loss for the Cowboys. Big loss for the Cowboys today for sure. Adam says, if that's the case, even though I love Shane, that has to be a massive miss. 2 top 10 picks. Yeah, I agree. If he missed on 2 top 10 picks, it's not going to look good for Joe Shane. And it's certainly going to hurt, our trajectory of the rebuild. Of course, you can't miss on top 10 picks. But he didn't miss yet. Eddie says Neal leaning towards bust, Kayvon leaning towards being average. Average would be a bust. He's a top 5 pick, that's a bust. Not in it, he could still be a pretty good player, but that's a disappointing pick. Ghost of Kiev says Jones not on crutches by the end of the night will be a big win for the Giants. Oh man, I don't want to feel that way going into this game. We got to get some more positive vibes going into this game, man. We got to get some more positive vibes going into this game. How do you stop Bosa? I mean, you want me to be honest? I think the best chance to stop Bosa, probably to put X-Lax in his Gatorade. In all seriousness, that's probably the best chance to stop Bosa. Because unless you're double and triple teaming him, Good luck. And I know he's been underwhelming thus far this year. He doesn't have a sack. He was hurt playing week 1. I think he played limited snaps against the Pittsburgh Steelers. But hey, he's one of the best edge rushers in football. He won Defensive Player of the Year for a reason. We're without Andrew Thomas. Percival says defense has to play with that dog mentality, which yeah, we got to get after the quarterback. We got to create turnovers today. And For Lifer says, bang, bang, 49ers, let's have a good game. Thanks for popping in, man. I appreciate you for checking out the stream. Listen, I got tremendous respect for your football team. I say it all the time. You guys have the best team in the sport in terms of a 53-man roster. So for you guys to take Jimmy Garoppolo to a Super Bowl, what you've been able to do with Purdy, like, yeah, I got tremendous respect for your football team. You guys are damn good. So it's going to be tough tonight. The chef says the Cowboys never know how to pace themselves. I mean, I think the Cowboys know how to pace themselves. I think the issue with the Cowboys is they have, when they go up against teams, which often happens in the playoffs, when they go up against teams that are similarly built to the way they are, they don't have the quarterback to put them over the top. That's what it is. When Dallas goes up against a team that's built like they are, that has a strong line, like the 49ers, that has a strong defense, that's a Super Bowl built roster, a near complete 53-man roster, the Cowboys fall short. They have no problem beating up on teams like us and the Jets and, whoever else. But when they go up against the upper tier teams, they don't have the quarterback to put them over the top. That's just the truth. That's the way it's been. Chris, thank you very much, man. Turnover luck is a real thing, and we've had some bad luck, or at least 2 interceptions so far. All we need is a tipped interception or a fumble, and we're in this game versus the 49ers. We have had no luck in terms. I mean, the last couple of years we've had no luck. We only had 6 interceptions last year as a team. 6. And we haven't. I mean, off the top of my head, maybe somebody in the chat, can let me know. Have the Giants even had a turnover opportunity? Maybe there was like a fumble that we almost recovered, I think. But I feel like we haven't even had a turnover opportunity. Like maybe one tip ball that I'm not remembering. I feel like we haven't even had an opportunity for a turnover. Fly Parks, man, thanks for popping in the stream, man. I appreciate it. Oh, Hawkins. Yeah, but that was kind of a play where you were glad he didn't come up with the interception. It was a diving play at the 5-yard line, and it worked out better because we started with it at the 20. So yeah, that would have been worse if we would have gotten the turnover. Then we would have forced them to punt because of course it was 3rd down. It would have been at like the 4-yard line. But that's about it. That's about it. Not much. Let's put it that way. We haven't had a lot of opportunities. That's right. I forgot about that one. Good call on my Giants 26. I forgot about that one. Not many though. We could agree on that. Not many. And Officer Ricky says, put Hyatt on the field. He's going to be. He's got to be. He's our best big play weapon in a game tonight where we need big plays. It's got to be. How many snaps did I? Let me look at Hyatt. We're looking at the snap counts. I'm curious. What was his snap percentage last week? Jalen Hyatt last week. Wow. I thought he was out there more than that. Is this accurate? According to this, Jalen Hyatt had way more snaps in terms of percentage week 1 as opposed to last week. Week 1, he had 36% of the snaps. Last week, he had 21% of the snaps. He was only out there for 14 offensive plays. Wow, I thought he was out there more than that. I really did. Wow, I'm a bit surprised by that. Yeah, I agree. He's got to be out there way more than 21% of the time tonight. I agree. Wow, I'm actually stunned by that stat. I thought it was at least 45% last week. Backyard Birds podcast, man. Thanks for popping to the stream, man. Good luck, Tane and Giants fans. You're going to, yeah, you're damn right we're going to. But thanks for popping to the stream. I appreciate it. And John says the Giants are winning this shootout tonight. This team is better than last year's team. Added pieces. It's time to shut the doubters up. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I love it. I hope you're right. And Joe, he says, minus 150 line on Tana missing work tomorrow. Let's go, Giants. Yeah, I already got on speed, though. Giants win tonight. I'm calling it. I'm not supposed to call until about 5 minutes before my shift starts, but I'm going to have it on speed. I'm going to set my alarm on stream. It's going to be set for about 7:45. And, well, I'm sick today. I'm sick. We're not making it in today. Giants win tonight. We're going to be partying all night. Karmic, what's going on? Waller, Hyatt, and Breida can handle this game. Alexander, what's going on? Bowler, Waller catching 10-plus passes tonight. Watch. I hope so. If I'm the Giants, the way that I use Waller tonight, let me know what you guys think in the chat. The way that I think I use Waller tonight, I line him up on the outside because Warner is really good in coverage. I think I have a better chance at creating opportunities for Waller on the outside. I'm moving Waller to the outside a lot tonight. Yeah, I think I'm motioning him outside a lot to try to create some opportunities for Waller tonight. What's up, Dylan, man? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. Giants O-line it's going to be tough tonight, man. It's going to be tough tonight. It's definitely going to be tough tonight. San Francisco wants to rest some starters tonight. Well, hopefully they do. Hopefully the Giants are up 40-0 and they get to rest all the starters they want. That's what I hope. What's up, Michael, man? Thanks for popping in. The problem is I'm getting crazy images in my head of the O-line not holding up for the weapons. Those aren't crazy images. Those are very realistic images because that's what we've seen for the last 12 years as Giants fans. Let's see. The game is on. Well, it depends where you live, Damien, but it's on nationally. It's on Amazon Prime for everybody. But if you're in the tri-state, at least where I live, I don't know about the whole tri-state area, but in New York, at least around the city, yeah, I don't know if you live upstate. I don't know what the story is, but here, it's on Fox tonight as well. So it's on both Fox and Amazon if you live in near the city area, and I would imagine New Jersey. Sid, what's going on, man? Staple Bellinger to Neal's right side. Yeah, oh yeah. He needs all the help he could get tonight. All the help he could get tonight. I'm with you on that, man. Yeah, it's also on Twitch too, yeah. Let's see. Wan'Dale will probably line up more in the backfield than the slot. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think this is a game where you use maybe in terms of motion, you motion him out of the backfield to try to get a read on the defense. But I don't think this is a game where Wan'Dale is going to get any carries, probably. I mean, it's his first game back. I think you're trying to, just get his feet wet. Yeah. I don't expect them to get any handoffs. Maybe one or two, but not many. What's up, Sports Influencer, man? Thanks for popping in. And how you doing? What's going on, man? I picked the 49ers. I'm actually in a knockout pool on DraftKings. And I thought about picking the 49ers. I'm not going to lie. I thought about picking the 49ers, but I didn't because I looked at the 49ers schedule next week, and they're playing Arizona. So I said I'll wait a week on that. I'm taking the Kansas City Chiefs this week in my knockout pool. The win, it's like a huge knockout pool. I think there's 15,000 people in it on DraftKings. The winner gets $1.3 million. But obviously, it's probably going to be split because there's so many people in it. Like, odds are there's going to be more than one person that lasts until the end of week 17. Week 1, I took Washington because they were playing Arizona. They barely squeaked by. And then last week, I actually took the Eagles against the Vikings. So those are the two teams I picked. This week, I'm taking the Chiefs against the Bears. That's my week 3 survivor pool pick. And then next week, I'm taking the Niners versus the Cardinals. Flex, what's going on, man? Tinny, think Ezeudu would take right tackle position? No, I don't. I think Ezeudu goes to the guard once Thomas is good to go. I think he moves to the guard. I don't know if we're going with the color rush tonight, Christopher. I don't know if we're going with the color rush tonight. I don't know. We'll see. Traditionally, we do, so we probably will. Traditionally, on Thursday Night Football, we do go with the with that. For Survivor Pool, I'm just picking whoever plays the card. I thought about that. The Cowboys play the Cardinals this week, so I almost did that. No, it's a good pick. You can't go wrong when you pick against the Cardinals. What's up, Rel, man? Thanks for popping in. Jai says, I always thought it was weird we drafted Neal to play right tackle when he played left tackle in college. I get he has experience. Yeah, and I think that's been part of the transition for him. But you see players do that in the NFL. They, especially guys that play left tackle, they move to right tackle in the NFL. It happens. Musa, what's going on, man? I should have followed in my father's footsteps to become a Giants fan. Instead, I've been suffering the past 38 years with the Jets. Listen, I know you feel Joe is a Mets fan. I mean, I didn't go the traditional route that way, obviously, being that I'm a Giants fan. The JT, I don't think the Jets suck, Joe. I just think you guys have horrible luck. Aaron Rodgers going down, of course, altered, your season expectations. But, yeah, it sucks. But I still think you guys have a pretty good team, but you need the quarterback, of course, obviously. Week 3, yeah, usually on Thursday Night Football, we go with the Color Rush Bills, so I'm not surprised by that. Oh, we're not going with the Color Rush. We're going with the traditional whites tonight, and we're going with Color Rush versus the Bills. Okay, 7-14. Usually on Thursday night, we usually go with the Color Rush. Asia, stand up, member. Welcome to the squad. TP says, good to see you, Asia. Hope you're doing well. TP says 6'7", 340 pounds at tackle. He's a guard. Even though he may transition to the guard, but I don't think that's going to happen this year. I think they keep him at the tackle. Next year, if he doesn't show signs of growth, I could definitely see them moving him to the guard. Best Savage says, I'm trying so hard to be optimistic. My dad is a 49er fan, and I already know I'm going to get plenty of talking to after this game. This feels like such a mismatch, and I'm honestly pretty damn nervous. Hey, listen, that's what makes it fun. We'll see what happens. The way I'm going into this game, I'm not flipping out no matter what happens. That's just the truth. I recognize who we're going up against, and I recognize who's out tonight for the New York Giants. This is a game where you go in, you say to yourself, let's take a swing. Let's take a swing. Tonight, we're George Foreman going up against Michael Moore. We're 45-year-old George Foreman getting into the ring, or however old he was when he got back into the ring, going up against Michael Moore, who was the, at the time, he was the young heavyweight super, champion. And George Foreman hit him with one punch. He knocked him out. That's who we are. We're going in. We're George Foreman tonight. You hope that the team could go out there and they could stun the world and they could land that knockout punch. But, yeah, it's going to be tough tonight. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's going to be tough tonight. Who do you want to see take most of the running backs? Who do you want to see take most of the running back snaps? I know a lot. I think it'll be Breida. Breida, of course, has familiarity within the scheme. He played with the Bills. He played relatively well last year when he got a limited opportunity. Obviously, Barkley got the bulk of the carries, but I think it'll be Breida. But I don't see any of these running backs having more than maybe 7 or 8 carries tonight. I think we're going to struggle in terms of the run. And I think obviously Jones will get some carries as well, but I don't see any of these running backs getting more than 10 or 11 carries tops. I think it'll be a true committee. That's just the way I look at it. I don't think this is going to be a game where the Giants are going to be able to run the ball 30 times against this defense. I just don't. And Asia says, stand up, my 68. I hope we better win tonight. We better win tonight. Are you scared? No, I'm not scared. What do I have to be scared about? Like I said, this is a game where there's nothing to lose. There's nothing to lose. I mean, obviously, a game we could lose, but it's a game where I'm not going in. I know what the situation is for this game. I know that we're going up against a much better football team, especially with the way that we're, with the injuries that we have going in. Am I scared? No. There's no pressure on the Giants in this game. Pressure on the 49ers. They're supposed to destroy us. So no, I'm not. I am not going in scared. Let's see. It actually helps us with Saquon Barkley being out. Statistically, I disagree with that. I mean, I don't know what statistics you come up with. I just disagree with that. I watched Saquon Barkley play last week. The guy had 3 or 4 plays he had 3 or 4 plays last week that Matt Brady's not giving you. That Brightwell's not giving you. That Gray's not giving you. Yeah. So no, I disagree with that. Saquon Barkley's still our best weapon. What's up? Philly says 49er fans are saying they sometimes struggle with mobile quarterbacks. Yeah, I've seen a lot of talk leading up into the game. Shanahan talked about that as well. They talked about especially on a short week that he's not your traditional quarterback to prepare for. So maybe that will have an effect. We'll see. I don't know the stats in terms of how they do against mobile quarterbacks. Obviously, last year, Jalen Hurts did pretty well against them. Well, I don't think actually, if I recall, I don't think Jalen Hurts actually played great in that game. It was just that the offense couldn't do anything, and there was a lot of turnovers. But I mean, we'll see. I mean, I definitely think Daniel Jones' legs are going to have to be a factor in this game. Off topic. Have you been watching Cobra? No, I didn't see the latest. That's a show I have to. There's just too many shows on, man. I got to catch up with that one, Victor. There's too many shows on. I've been watching. What's the show? I've been watching a ton of shows. There's a lot of good shows on Apple Plus I've been watching. Yeah, there's too many shows. There's too many shows. But no, I've not caught up with Cobra Kai. What's up, mini guy, man? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. I do like the show though. Dealey says, I think there was one game during Judge's Giants where all the talk was about the opposing team's pass rush, and that game the O-line shut them down. We'll see what happens. Tana, will you drink for every touchdown we score tonight? I mean, if I did, I hope I would get absolutely obliterated. But no, right now, I maybe I will go pick up some beer before the game. We'll see. Kevin, thank you very much, man. He says, positive energy. Let's go. Bring the positive vibes. We need it. A lot of Giants fans going into this game, a little melancholy, a little nervous, rightfully so, but we'll see what happens. Tana, who has been the best tackle from the 22 draft class so far? I mean, it's not Evan Neal, which is all I really care about. It's not Evan Neal. Probably Cross. But I don't know. I don't know Cross's PFF numbers. I haven't watched him play. But I know he got off to a decent start last year. Ekwonu, probably not Neal, which is the only thing I care about. Not Neal. I don't watch any TV other than football, really, and I used to be like that, Bill, and that I really started to get into a lot of shows during the pandemic because there wasn't anything else to watch. So now I've been obsessed. I can't keep up. There's too many shows, but there's a lot of good television out there. But I used to be like you. I used to be basically just like a straight sports guy. I'm not just football. I'm a big baseball and basketball fan too. But it used to be basically just straight sports and movies. I'm a big movie guy. But yeah, now I'm definitely a big show guy. I get into the shows for sure. Best Savage says, I feel like we could be competitive, just like I believed we could be competitive versus Dallas. I do think we could be competitive. I do think we could be competitive. But I'm not predicting a win. Will says, worst case scenario, say we get the second overall pick. What do you think Shane would do with it? I mean, I don't even want to think about that. I don't even want to think about that. Yes, I did. I finally did get to watch the new Guardians of the Galaxy on Disney Plus. I saw it like 2 weeks ago. It was pretty good. Not nearly as good as the original, but it was pretty good. It was solid. Chris, what do you think about our old linemen working out this week? You talking about Justin Pugh? I think that's what you mean. Yeah, I'm all for it. We need as much help as we could get. So do I think he's going to make a huge impact? No, but I'm all for it. If we win tonight, this will be huge. People will start talking about us. Of course. If you knock off the 49ers, I'm telling you right now, if we win tonight, I'm going to be obnoxious if we win tonight. I will be obnoxious if the New York Giants ever won tonight. Yeah. So, yeah. But obviously it's going to be challenging, though. Can Waller put up some big stats? Yeah, I think he could. Over under 2.5 on how many mics you go through this year. I'd go with the over. Well, hopefully not, because that would mean that I'm probably breaking things, because out of frustration. So, but yeah, I'd probably go with the over. Sherrod says this will be the biggest regular season win I can remember. In recent history, yeah. I mean, you're talking prime time against the 49ers on the road with the schedule we got coming up. Yeah, I mean, last year our biggest regular season win was probably the Ravens or the Washington because of, the importance of that game. It was a do or die game to get in. But in terms of quality of opponent and unexpectedness of a win, it was either the Ravens or the Packers. I'd probably slightly lean Ravens, but this game would surpass that. The Seahawks game, I said the Bad Dog the other night. That was, even though obviously we didn't have a great team that year, that was a shocker with Joe Judge when we went into Seattle and won. I think this would be comparable to that. I think it would be on that level. in terms of unexpectedness. Like I would think that Seahawks spread was at least 9 or 10 points on the road in Seattle. So this is probably on that level. Let's see. Well, Vikings, yeah, he said regular season. We didn't beat the Vikings in the regular season. We beat the Vikings in the playoffs. I play underneath all game. Purdy can't throw good deep balls and watch flats all game. Stay disciplined and tack. Yeah, I mean, I agree. That's a good, sound strategy. Like you said, Purdy's not good in terms, or at least he hasn't shown it. He's not great in terms of throwing the deep ball. So, yeah, easier said than done, of course, because that's what every team tries to do. And it starts with trying to stop the run. But, yeah, if you could force them into, having to throw deep passes, yeah, that gives a good opportunity to create some turnovers. Michael, what's going on? You guys ever call a game that was only streaming? You guys ever call a game that was only streaming? This game is not only streaming, Michael, because this game is, at least in New York, it's not. It's on Fox in New York. But I don't think I have. No, I don't think I've ever called a Giants game where it was featured on a streaming app. No, I don't think I have. Let's see. Who has the most potential on the defense? I mean, I think I still go Dex. Dex is still young, right? So I still go Dex. And Donovan, what's going on? Seahawks were 10.5-point favorites. Yeah, so there you go. Same as tonight, right? It's 10.5 tonight. So there you go. There you go. For everybody that says we can't win, it can happen. We've seen it. We beat the Seattle Seahawks with Colt McCoy on the road and with Wayne Gallman without Saquon Barkley. So it can happen. Is it likely? No. Is it possible? Yes. It can happen. It has been done before. We'll find out what happens tonight. Let's see. The key is we can't let it get ugly early like we did in both Dallas and the Cards. Got to start fast. And, if we fall behind by 2 scores in this game, it's lights out. It's lights out. Lights out. Giants are going to get destroyed. You're probably right, Door Gunner, but I don't want to. That's why they play the games. Every week there's stunners. Let's have it. Let's have the stunner tonight. Let us get the last laugh tonight. Chris, if we win, I'm going to be obnoxious. You should be. KN says we got to strike first to make that. I sure hope we do. Gundy says, by the way, your D with Dex has blitzed almost lost last in the NFL and still no sex. Almost, I think you meant to say almost the most in the NFL, which is correct. We've blitzed 42% of the time, which is third most in the NFL and is trending above the mark we set last year, which was around 40%, which was the highest number in the NFL. So, yeah, we've blitzed a ton, and we've had no results to show for it. And we're going to continue to blitz because that's what Wink does. We're going to live and die by it. So, hopefully tonight we get pressure. Now, the blitz will be more effective if we can get them into 3rd and long. It's not going to be effective on 3rd and 2. So, it starts with stopping the run. Let's see. We need a bunch of turnovers and some good pass blocking, and we win. Let's do it, Bryce. Let's do it. Let's shock the world tonight, man. Let's shock the world. Keep it close. Try to steal it in the 4th. Defense going to go up, and we're going to see a sexy dance. I'm dying to do the sexy Dexy. I haven't gotten to do the sexy Dexy dance all year. We haven't seen it yet, so I'm dying to do it with him, John. I'm dying to do it. Ray, man, hope you're doing well, buddy. Hope you're excited for the game tonight. Game starts in almost 2 hours, less than 2 hours now. So I hope you're excited for the game tonight, Ray. Always in my streams, great supporter. Good to see you, man. And Notorious, what's going on, man? Do we like Ezeudu over Neal when AT comes back? Yeah, people have brought that up. I don't think they'll do that yet. I think Ezeudu is going to be in the lineup. I think he's going to play guard, but I don't think they'll move Neal off the tackle yet. maybe really late in the year. But I think they give this year to Neal at the tackle spot. They see what they have. And then if they have to make a move, they do. But I don't think they make that move. Now, like I said, if it's week 12, week 13, and Neal sucks, different story. Maybe you make a transition then, but I don't think they would do that this early. I would be stunned if they did that this early. And Kevin says double cheeseburgers on us tonight. Let's go, Kevin. Yeah, I may have to get a double cheeseburger before the game. Maybe I'll swing by Wendy's real quick before the game. Matthew says thanks for going live, Chris. Now I'm actually gonna make a single burger, but maybe I'll make it a double though. Maybe I'll make it a double. Peter says I want the ball first and keep that Niners O off the field. I don't want I personally don't want the ball first. I want them to start with the ball. But if we start with the ball, we better score. Sports fan, what's going on? Thibodeau needs to do something tonight. I mean, not just him, but yes, he's the guy we got our eyes on because he's the guy we want. Parsons. We want, not that he's going to be Parsons. He's not. Those are insane expectations. But he's the guy that we're hoping is that alpha pass rusher. That's why we drafted him as early as we did. So yeah, the spotlight's always going to be on him. But for me, the spotlight's just on the front seven in general. Like the front seven needs to show up. Got to do good. Got to do a much better job against the run, and we got to get pressure on the quarterback. We haven't done it yet. So, let's see. We scored 20s for sure, over 17.5. I think we could put up over 20 tonight. I do. I think we could. I think we will actually. Big Dash and LPG. Well, LPG's at every game, and I think Big Dash lives on the West Coast, so that makes sense. Hoping they post up pics tonight. Yeah. Hopefully they shock the world tonight. Bob says, no, Tana, make yourself a homemade bacon cheeseburger and some homemade fries like I did tonight. Yeah, let's go, G-Man. What's going on, Bob, man? Good to see you, buddy. Zach, and thank you. I think I'm going to make some fries, sweet potato fries. Zach says, hey, Chris, thanks for what you and Bad Dog do during the season. Helps fellows like me who don't have a way to watch the game. Of course. I appreciate all you guys, man. You know, that's why I do it. If I'm being dead honest, that's why I do it. You know, you guys enjoy it. So that's why I continue to do it. Let's see. 1990 and 2011 NFC Championship game repeat. Oh, you mean when we beat the 49ers? Why not? Let's do it. The channel is on, it's on a streaming service, but if you're in the New York area, it's on Fox. Best Savages, I think if we put up over 20, it's guaranteed to be competitive. I agree. If we could reach 20, we'll be within 10 points, maybe 30. I could see them putting up mid-30s, but it'll be a somewhat competitive game if we could get in the 20s. I'm in Rhode Island, so won't be getting the game most likely. What channel is the game? It's on Prime, Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, you'll be able to watch it. Guys use Stream East to watch. Oh, there you go. I guess that's like an illegal streaming service that you can watch the game on. Let's go. Realistic best scenario for Hyatt tonight. You want my realistic Hyatt prediction tonight? 12 catches, 283 yards, and 3 touchdowns. That's my realistic expectation for Hyatt tonight. I'm not going to go crazy. 12 catches, 283 yards, and 3 touchdowns. I think that's reasonable. I think it's achievable. No, but all kidding aside, realistically, 65 yards and 1 huge play. Like a 45-yard touchdown. Something like that. 60, 65 yards and like one big 40-plus yard touchdown. Something like that. Let's see. The local watering hole got the whole NFL package, and if you wear your jersey, it's happy out. There you go. Enjoy the game, Bill. Pizzle says, I'll take a 45-yard touchdown. Good to see Pizzle. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're excited for the game. Yeah, I think that's definitely could happen tonight. And I think they're going to take a shot. I think they will absolutely take a shot to Hyatt tonight. I don't know how many times they're going to be able to do it because we know that we have not the best of offensive lines, especially with Thomas out, and they have a great pass rush. But I think they're definitely they have to take a few shots. And I think they will. I think they're going to connect on one shot, at least one shot to Hyatt tonight. So realistically speaking, yeah, I could see him having 140-plus yard touchdown catch tonight. They're going to have to take shots. But good to see Pizzle in here. I hope he's doing well. Chris says, you're the best, man. Thank you for all you do. Thanks for being here, buddy. Who are the running backs tonight? Daniel's going to need some serious. It's Daniel. Daniel's the running back tonight. Daniel's the guy tonight. He's our best running back tonight. That's the truth. He's our best running threat tonight. But I mean, it's Brightwell, it's Breida, it's obviously the rookie Gray. Those are the running backs. The real Giants emerged in the second half of the Cardinals game, and you can't convince me otherwise. 62-0 Giants. I think you're spot on, G19. I think you're spot on. I think this might be the game where Hyatt shows his route running ability. Yeah, I memean, I think he showed a little bit of it last week. They were pretty much straight vertical routes. He had a little bit of a hitch to his step on the 58-yard completion, but not the most complex routes. I don't think they're going to have time to run a lot of complex routes tonight, if I'm being honest. So I think you're going to see more straight line speed routes for Jalin Hyatt tonight, where he does his damage. Let's see. Yeah, I know Trayvon's out for the season. Big hit there for Dallas. Big hit for Dallas. Could see Wan'Dale get some creative carry. I think Wan'Dale will be lightly featured. I don't expect him to be, his first game back. Xavier says, remember 2011 when the 49ers were the better team? We ended up beating them twice in the regular season and the playoffs, then went to the Super Bowl. Let's repeat history. Did we beat them? I'm trying to remember. Did we beat them in the I thought the 49ers beat us that year, and obviously we beat them in the playoffs. Maybe I'm wrong. Was that one of Eli's game-winning drives that year? Was it against the 49ers? Did we beat them in the regular season that year? I can't remember. I thought they beat us in the regular season that year. Fisher, what's going on, man? Favorite and least favorite play against the Cardinals. I mean, my favorite play. It's got to be the Hyatt play. It's got to be the 58-yard play to Hyatt. But my second favorite play, and it was not given enough credit to, was that throw by Daniel Jones to Isaiah Hodgins. That was a tight window throw. That was a great throw. But it's got to be the Hyatt. I think that's kind of what really started to get the momentum going there for the New York Giants going into, to really mount that comeback. So the Jalin Hyatt play. My least favorite play, it's got to be a play on defense. Or maybe Barkley letting the ball go off both of his hands for an interception. But it's, on defense, it's got to be, just in general, I'm not going to pick out one individual play, but just seeing James Conner just manhandle our defense like he looked like Brandon Jacobs, that pissed me off. That pissed me off. I don't like seeing that. So that made me upset. I didn't like that. So that's what I'm not going to pick out an individual play on the defense that really is throwing it, hammering home in my brain, but just James Conner just running over our defense multiple times. That pissed me off. The Josh Dobbs rushing touchdown, yeah. Let's see. Colton says, I think Breida will have a Wayne Gallman game against Seattle from a couple years ago. I sure hope you're right, man. I appreciate you for being here, man. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Yeah, Ayuk is out. Yeah, you're right. Now that you're mentioning it, yeah, that play sticks out too. But just in general, just the whole game, we were just in the first half, they were just it looked like they wanted it more. That really pissed me off. The first game I didn't feel that way. The first game against the Cowboys, I didn't feel like they wanted it more. Everything just went against us that game. Like we fell behind and I think we panicked. Against the Cardinals in the first half, yeah, I started to get the taste. They felt like they wanted it more. They were playing harder than us. What's going on, Zach? Man, thanks for popping in. New York for sure not beating the Seahawks. Don't get these people's hopes up. We not losing to New York. Go Hawks. I'll be back in a week. We'll see. Go Hawks. I'll worry about you next week. Tonight we're gonna knock off the San Francisco 49ers. No. We'll see. Rogati, what's going on? This is the Thursday Daniel Jones makes up for the trip and fall run. Don't even bring that up. The stupid. I still hear about that. There are still people that use that play as like a take in terms of their opinion of Daniel Jones. Do you know that that's still the longest run by a quarterback since it happened? And do you know that the New York Giants scored a touchdown on that drive? Don't even bring up that play. I don't even want to think about that play. I don't want to talk about that play. But hey, I think Daniel Jones will show up tonight. I think he's going to do everything in his power to help us win this game tonight. Whether or not that's enough, that's another story. But I think Daniel Jones is going to do whatever he can. He's the whole offense tonight. He's the whole offense tonight. Daniel Jones 1-11 or 1-10 in primetime games. So, I mean, what do you expect? Look at his. Usually when you, to me, that is the anybody that I always laugh at that when people throw that in Giants fans' faces or Daniel Jones's face as like, is that's like a knock. Let's put this in, let's put this in context. When you play on primetime, usually you play very good teams, right? We could all agree that the New York Giants have lacked a ton of talent since Daniel Jones has been a member of the New York Giants. They've played the Chiefs. They played the Bucs when they had Brady. They played the Steelers when they were a very experienced team. So, yeah, I'm not surprised that when Daniel Jones has had one of the least talented teams in football since he's entered the league, the Giants don't have a good primetime record. They've gone up against much better teams on primetime. So that's not surprising to me. That's not surprising to me. Let's see. And Irish Rover says, if Waller lines up on the outside, I think Wan'Dale will have a chance of good yak. Your thoughts, Chris? Go Giants, go Big Blue. My thoughts on Wan'Dale tonight is I don't think he's going to be super featured. I think he's going to be I think he'll have a limited role. Maybe he'll have a few plays. I could see him. Somebody brought it up earlier. I could see him being a factor inside the red zone because I could see you getting somewhat creative with him in the red zone. But I don't think he's going to be a heavily featured receiver. I don't think he's going to get like more than maybe 3 or 4 targets. Maybe I'll be wrong. But I think they'll ease him back into the lineup. That's my thoughts on Wan'Dale tonight. Let's see. And Proom says, big thank you for everything you do, Tane. I watch the games on mute. With your narration, only you're the best. I appreciate that, man. What do you think DJ has to do to stop catching shit from the media? I mean, ultimately, if we're being real and we're not talking about from the and somebody brought this up to me last night on Bad Dog's channel. If we're not talking about from the context of Giants fans, because he gets shit from Giants fans too, but obviously the bulk of it comes from outside the fan base because a large portion of this fan base supports Daniel Jones. Nationally speaking, on a grand scale, one, he's never going to get the credit he deserves. Like, you just have to face that as a New York fan in general. Whether you're a Knicks fan, whether you're whatever, New York athletes don't traditionally get the credit they deserve. That's just the facts. That's the truth. So you got to face that. Eli Manning never got the credit he deserved. But for him to get more respect, I think, throughout the league, whether it be on ESPN, whether it be from other fan bases, he's got to start winning from within the division. And obviously, that's not all in his control. You look at the Eagles, they have an incredible roster. You look at the Cowboys, they have an incredible roster. But until such time he starts to, the Giants, I don't even want to say him, the team, the Giants, start to beat those teams, I think people are going to continue to, disrespect him. I think that's when he starts beating those teams, I think that's when he starts to get more respect throughout the league. And, hopefully it happens soon. But that's when I think he'll start to get more respect nationally and from the haters and whatever else it may be. Colton says, when is Bad Dog coming on? We're not live on here. We're going to go live on his. I just wanted to go live till about 7 after work. I was excited. Figured we'd talk about the game for a bit. I know everybody wanted to talk about the game. So I'm going to end this in about 20 minutes. I'm going to eat real quick, and then we're going to go live on Bad Dogs at 7:45. Who do you think will be the impact player on offense and defense? I mean, it starts with DJ. We know that, right? It starts with DJ. But outside of the quarterback, which is the obvious answer, I think it's Jalin Hyatt tonight. I do. I think Jalen or Darius Slayton, where if Pizzle's still in here, I know that's his boy too, or Darius Slayton. I think this is a game where the speed receivers on the outside, they will have opportunities in this game to hit some big plays. So if there's going to be an impact tonight, I think it's going to be those two guys. I think it's going to be Hyatt or Slayton. I could see big plays for them in this game on the outside. If there's any kind of weakness to this defense, which it's not even a weakness, but their weakest point, I think it's their corner play. So that's what I'll say. And they're an aggressive defense. So there may be some opportunities for a few big plays. So I'll go with Slayton or Hyatt. I think one of those two guys could have a big game tonight. Let's see. Ro Gotti says DJ 3 rushing touchdowns, 3 throwing. Dude, don't cut DJ short. He's gonna have 3 He's gonna have 3 receiving too. He's gonna have 9 total touchdowns, 3 rushing, 3 receiving, 3 throwing. Jalen Hyatt's outside juke and inside acceleration is one of the top in the. I mean, we saw it last week, but yeah, his straight line speed is as fast as anybody. He's as fast as Tyreek Hill, or damn near close, just in terms of speed. So, I mean, he's fast. We saw it last week. He needs to be out on the field. Let's see. We got a lot of weapons even without Barkley. We do, but we need more. Long term, we definitely need one more big piece. And not having Barkley doesn't help. I'm nervous, bro. Let's go. Let's get it done. Slayton's almost catch last week was it? Yeah, no, Slayton played really well last week. He had the obviously that was a great effort on the throw that was like 50 yards where he tried to hold it in out of bounds, and then the big throw on the game-winning drive. That was a great catch by him over the middle. He had a really good game. So when people criticize Jones, are they saying Burrow or Allen could beat the 49ers with this roster? Well, they're silly if they I don't think they could. I mean, unless they play out of their mind, anything could happen on any given Sunday. But, yeah, man, it is what it is. People are going to continue to criticize Jones. I don't really care. I believe what I believe. You believe what you believe. I don't care. I'm not going to change my opinion. Daniel Jones has graduated to a guy who I feel is a top 10 quarterback in football in terms of talent. I honestly believe that. I think if you put Daniel Jones on the San Francisco 49ers, people would be calling him an incredible quarterback. I think he's a very good quarterback. I think he's a very talented quarterback that has not been put in an ideal situation, that is getting better. But I think he can make the plays. I think he can make the throws. We need to become a team that gets to a point that allows him to make the throws against good teams. We're not there yet. But, yeah, I think he could get the job done. I think he's part of the solution. I don't think he's part of the problem. And Ro Gotti says, do you think they use the 2 tight end set? Also, if you had to make a FanDuel, who would you take? What do you mean? Like just for tonight's game, you mean? In terms of like daily fantasy? And yeah, I think they should use 2 tight end sets tonight, especially against this pass rush. So yes, to answer your first question, absolutely. I don't know. I mean, I haven't looked at like what the prices are. Obviously, that all goes based off of value, right? Obviously, you're gonna go with the 49ers defense over ours. I would think that's one of it, right? But in terms of like individual players, I mean, yeah, I think if I have to pick Giants tonight, I would go with Hyatt or Slayton. Like I said, I think they could have a big game. And they're probably pretty affordable. So I would go with one of those two for sure. If we're looking for like value on the Giants, I'm not touching any of the Giants running backs. Of course, you go with McCaffrey. You're going mainly 49ers. Let's be real. But I do think, like I said, I think Hyatt or Slayton could have a big game. And I think Jones is going to have a good game. I do. What's up, Blue Man? Thanks for popping in the stream, buddy. Like, let me look. I think I have the FanDuel app on my phone. Let me look. I don't even know if I do. Do I? I did at one point. I know that. I don't think I do. But yeah, I'd have to actually see it. Colton says, do you think the Giants get a turnover today? Who? Do they get a turnover? I mean, we're certainly due for one. Yeah, eventually we have to get a turnover. I'm going to go yes. I think we get our first turnover tonight. And I'm going to go with Kayvon Thibodeau tonight gets a strip sack, and he recovers it. I want to see this guy start to get his act together. So I'm going to go with Kayvon. Kayvon recovers a fumble tonight. Strip sack, or whatever it may be. He recovers a fumble tonight. Kayvon. All right. Went mute there. V-Dub says Banks pick 6. I sure hope so, man. I sure hope so. Get back to that, Mike. Lemieux is starting. Really? They announced that Lemieux is starting. Really? So who's the starting line tonight? Who's the starting line tonight for the New York Giants? It's obviously Neal. Obviously Azudu. McKeithen, I would imagine. Who's starting for the Giants tonight? What's the starting 5 for the Giants? Lemieux starting over Gawinski. What's going on, Peter? Man, thanks for popping in. Who's JMS at the center, of course. Azudu, Lemieux, JMS, McKeithen, and Neal. Huh. I like it. Gawinski sucks. So I'm completely fine with that. Lemieux's not good either, if we're being honest. But hey, last week we shook it up. They did a better job. Hopefully they do a better job today. What's up, Optimus, man? Thanks for popping in, buddy. Bredesen got hurt last week, Troy. Yeah, he's hurt. He had a concussion. Only Mahomes and Burrow could have made that second half comeback against Arizona with 95%. I mean, let's be honest. If Pat Mahomes did that last week, or another quarter, Joe Burrow, you name it. I mean, people would still be talking about it. I mean, the deficit he came back from, people would still be talking about it. Let's see. Evening, Tana. Looking forward to the game tonight. Not feeling very confident, though. I mean, you shouldn't. It's going to be a tough game, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to hopefully shocking the world. Let's see. I think I prefer not to see Gawinski out there. I mean, what purpose does he serve? He's not going to be. He's not a part of the future, and he's not good. I'd rather see the younger guys play. Even if the Giants get trounced tonight, at least we'll all be together. Chris and Bad Dog are half the fun anyways. I appreciate that, A2Z me, man. I appreciate you for being here. Yeah, we're going to have some fun tonight. Hopefully get some good calls tonight. We have some fun. I always like to listen back, but I forgot who did it, but whoever bookmarks my highlights, me and Bad Dog's highlights at the end of those streams, thank you, man. That's awesome. I see everybody in the comments say, thank you, you're the man, whatever. Thank you, because I like to go back there and see our reactions too. So I always have fun calling the games. Rose says, I took DJ McCaffrey, Giants D, Hyatt, and Cager. Ooh, Cager. Wow. I mean, I'm sure he's like nothing. He probably costs nothing. So you're hoping to get lucky with that. You're hoping that and I'll say this, Ro. Whenever you do one of those, like, single game, and I do them every now and again, those single game fantasy contests, that's your best chance to pick a guy like Cager, because pick somebody that nobody picks. Because if you want a shot to win the big prize, that's how you're going to win, right? Because everybody's going to pick the same guys when it's one game. So hopefully Cager catches a touchdown for you tonight. If he does, you got a good chance to win. Hopefully, Cager gets a shot tonight. But I appreciate it, man. And Donovan says, sucks because at the blink of an eye, it could be 14-0. Hey, man, why can't it be 14-0 Giants? Why can't it be 14-0 Giants? Let's see what happens, man. Peter says, pressure breaks pipes. Wink unleashes the dogs. We got to be aggressive on both sides of the ball tonight. Got to be aggressive. Offense and defense. We got to take chances. Lou says, Chris, you and me both know if they protect Danny, we could shock the world. Yeah, I agree. I just don't know if we can, especially against this defense. But yeah, I agree. If you give Daniel Jones time, yeah, he can. I believe my quarterback. So yes, I agree. If I'm being honest, I don't think we're probably going to be able to protect Daniel Jones against this defense. But yes, if you give Danny time tonight, we got a chance. Let's see what we got. And Colton, thank you, says, did you talk about Trayvon Diggs briefly? I mean, it's horrible. I mean, I'm not going to be, I know he's a Cowboy, obviously, and it hurts their team, but I'm not happy about that. It's brutal. You never root for injuries. But, yeah, it's definitely, I think where it's going to really hurt the Cowboys is in the playoffs. I still think they're a playoff team. I still think they're winning at least 10 games. They're too talented. But I think when you go up against teams like the Eagles, who have an elite receiving core, teams like that, teams like the team we're playing tonight, that's where it'll show up for Dallas. So, yeah, it's a big hit for them. There's no doubt about it. Chris B says, I know the Giants are hurt and beat up, but do you feel the Giants have to keep it close and not? I mean, we can't lose 40-0. You know, you can't lose 40-0. So yeah, 40-0 was a fluke. I know you're a Cowboys fan and you guys are much better than we are, and you guys severely outplayed us. But 40-0 was a fluke. Like, I can't go into a game expecting 40-0. But yeah, I mean, I want them to at least be somewhat competitive. Yeah, keep it within 2 scores. Yes, I would like to see that. I mean, obviously, I want to win. What's up, Will, man? Thanks for popping in. Let's talk about how many points the Giants are going to lose by. Let's just talk about enjoying the game and seeing what happens. Let's see where the chips fall where they may. Let me ask you, Blake, are you a poker player? When you play Texas Hold'em, when you got pocket aces, usually, obviously, you think you're going to win. Sometimes aces get cracked. I've seen aces get cracked by deuce 7 offsuit. Let's see what happens. Let's crack aces tonight. What's going on? Amazing Guy says, no, I don't have feet picks, unfortunately, Gator. I get asked about that all the time. All the time. People love the feet picks. Amazing Guy says, let's talk about celebrating a Giants win. Let's go. Jill says, Lemieux starting to establish that run game early. My only thoughts as to why. Hey, Tana, by the way, what's going on, man? Let's see. DJ's got this. Something turned around the last half last week. Let's go. Let's go. Dan says, excited to see Banks and Trey Ball. Hawkins proved themselves tonight. They're definitely going to be put to the test. No, I didn't say the Giants are deuce 7. I just said aces could be cracked by deuce 7. I've seen them be cracked by deuce 7. Always reads over my comments. Let me read Stefan's last comment. I've literally tried to respond to everybody in here that I can. literally picking out every comment I possibly can. Lemieux starting over Galinsky. I already knew that. So that's why I didn't pull it up. Somebody told me that 20 minutes ago. So that's why I went over your comment. I already knew that. But, yeah, Galinsky stinks. So Noah says they play the games for a reason. Let's go. Let's go out there and shock the world. Colton says my take, Hyatt for over 100 and Jones for over 400. That's a scorching hot take. I'm not going that far. I do think Jones could have over 300 yards today. But, especially if you combine rushing and passing. 400 is a lot. 400 is a lot. Yeah, I'm streaming with Bad Dog tonight. I'm gonna end this stream in 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna eat, and then I'm gonna go live with Bad Dog. Going over to Bad Dogs, by the way. That's where we're gonna be live. We're gonna be live on Bad Dog Sports. Going over there, we're gonna be live. I think starting at 7:45. I don't know when he set up the stream, but probably around 7:45. We'll be over there. We're gonna be hanging out there tonight. We're gonna have a great time tonight, and the Giants are gonna stun everybody. We're gonna shock the world. Let's see. How many snaps are you expecting? 10 to 15. Not a lot. Carl says, going to really need a lucky play, multiple lucky plays. Multiple. What's going on, Alois, man? I have not seen Equalizer 3. People told me Equalizer 3 was actually good to see you, Marjorie. People told me Equalizer 3 was actually very good. I like the original Equalizer, and I know I saw the second one. I just don't remember it that well because it came out like 6 years ago. But I'll definitely check it out when it's on streaming. Dime says the best thing we could get out of this game, win or lose, is to play with our heads up and give everything show some fight. Show some fight. You're going to try to outdrink me during the game? Well, I don't think I'm going to be drinking, so you'll beat me in that one. Chris says, how do you and Bad Dog decide who's game? We just alternate every week. So Bad Dog, I think we're taking, I forgot what it is. I found my glasses. Look at that. Oh, the shade's coming back out tonight. I just looked down there. My glasses are right there. I haven't seen them all year. My glasses are right there. Shades will be back tonight. But yeah, we just alternate channels every week. So week 1 was on Bad Dogs. Week 2 is on mine. Week 3 is on his. Week 4 is on mine. We just alternate channels. Hold on, let me get the shades on real quick. Let's bring some good juju for the game real quick. Hold on. Shades are back. We're ready to roll. We're gonna need the power of the shades tonight. We're gonna need the power of the shades tonight. But I think I think we'll wait till halftime. We'll make some adjustments at halftime. But the shades are back tonight. Shades are back tonight. New York Greedy with the sport. What's going on, Caster, man? Thanks for popping in. What's up, habitual? Chris Cohen says the shades. Let's go. I just looked over mine. I'm like, oh, there's the shades. Let's see. I would put Brian Dable on guard before Glowinski. I think I could play guard before Glowinski. He's awful. Chris K says, "Hey Chris, key to the Giants having any chance tonight is to start off good. They not just start off good. They got to play good throughout." Mark says, "Oh shit, it's a sign the shades are back." What's up, Rob? Man, thanks for popping in. Carl says, "There you go. We need the shades back tonight at halftime. Halftime, we're making the shades adjustment. There's no doubt about it." What's the next jersey number you're gonna? Dexter Lawrence. Dexter Lawrence. Chris. What's up, Sean? Let's see. I'll be stunned if we win this game. We just need literally one more draft to be good on the right side. I mean, yeah, I'll be stunned if we win tonight. But hey, that's why they play the games, and we got a chance. That's why they play. I'm taking San Francisco. Sorry they beat my Steelers. Love football and the Giants are cool. We got to get the ball first to go downfield for a touchdown. I actually want them to get the ball first. I do. Chris, you see Stephen A. Smith, dog. Max, would that between you and Bad Dog? You see Stephen A. Smith's. Oh, dogging. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about their relationship. I'm gonna be dead honest with you. I don't watch ESPN, but I know that was a big story, so I heard about it. And I heard Stephen A. Smith's comments. Listen. I don't know. Whatever. No, that would never happen with me and Bad Dog. No. 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 People have tried. People have tried to put. No, that would never happen. But yeah, I did see the comments. 49ers Faithful says, "Hey, Chris, I hope my Niners don't underestimate the Giants because you guys got a heck of a coach. And if the Giants want to upset the Niners, they have to start fast and make a good game plan to contain Purdy." Yeah, for me, and I appreciate you for popping in, 49ers Faithful. For me, it's not about containing Purdy as much as it is about containing your running game. Like, I think it's more so we have to force Purdy to have to be in situations where he doesn't want to be. And I have respect for Purdy. I do think at this point, Purdy's a little bit underrated, actually. Like, I see a lot of people like hating on Purdy. No, Purdy is a good quarterback. I don't think he's great, but he's a good quarterback. And I know he's got an unbelievable situation around him. But, yeah, I think that it's more so containing McCaffrey and not allowing the 49ers to just run the ball down our throat. That to me is my biggest concern defensively going into this game. And Rose says, "Chris in the shades is my XBL profile." There you go. There you go. What's up, DJ Yonder, man? Thanks for popping in, buddy. But guys, I'm gonna close it out because I gotta eat and I gotta get ready for the stream. But I'll see you in like 40 minutes. I just wanted to go live after work. Wanted to talk about it with you guys. I know everybody's excited for the game. My final prediction: Giants 73. 49ers 6. I'll give them 6 points. 73-6 Giants. No, all kidding aside, we all know there's going to be a tough game. We'll talk about it on stream. I'm looking forward to it. Curtis says no sense in even talking about this game. I mean, there's always a sense of talking about it. You never know. You never know, Curtis. Hopefully tonight we're celebrating. We're partying. We'll see how it all plays out. But enjoy the game tonight, guys. If you don't pop in Bad Dog Stream, hopefully the Giants stun the world. I just want to, at halftime, be saying, oh, my God, we got a chance. That's what I'm hoping. I hope we go into halftime with a chance. Give me a chance. And then we can make some adjustments and maybe our coaching could find a way to get a win. But be good, guys. Let's enjoy this game tonight. Go Giants.